Yeah.
Working hard?
Yes.
That's a good thing.
Need the work to end. 5 o'clock Friday.
Yeah, is that your is it a 9 to 5?
8 to 5.
8
Yeah.
to 5? Okay, get an extra hour in, or unless
Yep.
you take a long lunch.
Yes, I do.
I said, oh, well, that's good. Yeah, we'll definitely have to. Damn, definitely have to get into that.
Mm-hmm.
But, Chris, are you going to partake in the event we're having here Friday night? Look at his face.
He's like, what's going on?
I know.
Nope, I don't know.
Okay, so of course Friday is your grandmother's birthday. She
Huh.
will be 92, I believe.
That's amazing.
Is it 91 or 92? When do we celebrate the 90th birthday?
I don't remember.
Yeah, remember we did it at the hall, the big 90. It might have been last year, so maybe it's 91.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'd say let's go back from 33. I'm not going to do the math. No, not me. So Mike Tyson is fighting this weekend.
Yes, he is.
Remember that big Mike Tyson poster that I had here?
Yeah, I literally do not care about Mike Tyson or Jake Paul.
Okay, Chris. Just trying to start conversation. That's all. But you need to watch it with us.
I'll
That's
be
gonna
I'll
good
be
fight.
around.
Yeah, because we're going to do it here because it's on Netflix.
Yep.
So we'll be doing it here.
See, that shows how it's not going to be really worth it
Why?
because they're not doing a live streaming
It is live stream.
on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Netflix can do a live stream.
Now
First
they
time in
can.
forever.
Yeah. Well,
They did Tom Brady's
Oh, the
roast
roast.
session live.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, they're doing it. They're doing it live. So it's not really a pay-per-view because anybody that has Netflix
Can
can just
Tune in.
watch it.
Yep.
Yeah, tune in. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be good. Yeah. There's let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's seven fights that night. Are you familiar with so I think probably the last 3, the lightweight, there's a lightweight bout, Mario Barrios versus Abel Ramos. That's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a really good fight. I tuned in today, just kind of did some catch up on what's going on.
yeah.
That's got me hyped up to that one. And then the women's super lightweight title fight, Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. And thanks for joining us. Sandy, here, take that black seat right there, please. Sandy, do you remember Lexi?
Hi, Lexi. How are
Hey,
you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
So good to see you again.
I know. It's been a while.
Yes, been too long.
Yeah. I'm going to say the last time that I remember seeing you was when we took
trip.
Iliana and we went
Yeah.
down to
Yeah.
see
Took
you.
a trip.
Well, no, I take that
Okay,
back.
okay. Now you're going way too far. Let me
Well,
let
I'm
me do this.
sorry. I'm
Look, we have a
sorry.
visitor.
Yeah, Dad, pull
Okay.
it in real quick. Introduce yourself.
Yeah,
the
let me
show,
go
and
ahead
all
and do
that.
this because
Oh, okay.
we were talking about the fight that's coming up this Friday.
Okay.
So the Tyson fight.
Well-
And, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are. I know Lexi. Are you going to be watching it?
I'll watch it. Yeah, we're hosting over at my parents' house. So,
Oh, okay. So you guys,
that'll be
you guys-
fun. Yeah.
Oh heck yeah.
So do you guys do the drawing where everybody picks a number for
I don't know.
the rounds?
You know, Kiko likes to get into that stuff. I know he's done some games in that for Super
you
Bowl.
throw the-
I've never been to one of my parents' parties.
Yeah.
As
Oh,
far
you
as
went
for a fight, so this would be
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and introduce us first. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Big
Hello,
Modcast.
everyone, and welcome back to the Big Modcast.
Oh, no, that's not what I want. Man, see, I don't have Marcos today, and he usually runs the buttons. And yeah, I am your host, Big Mod, Mario Garcia, and Marcos is not with us this evening. He has something else to do this evening, apparently. And Chris is running the board today, and Sandy just walked in. And
Hi, everyone.
we're going to get this show started by introducing our guests. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our guests for the evening, Miss Lexi Hughes.
Hey, everybody.
Lexi, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy to be here.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
Been a while since we've seen each other. I
Absolutely.
was actually trying to figure out when's the last time we saw each other.
Okay, so yeah, that's kind of where I was.
Yeah, well,
I remember going down to see you at school, but we also saw her play at KU.
That might have
Yes.
been
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. For
So
sure.
that might have been.
Yeah, because I think you guys came down maybe early on my senior year or maybe in junior. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was here playing at KU.
Yeah, that was a fun day too.
Yeah, that was entertaining for sure to see 100 of you guys sitting up there just to watch me. So
Mm-hmm.
it
Yes.
was a nice homecoming for sure.
Yeah,
Right.
it was fun.
Right.
You know, before we get any further, Chris, can you go ahead and play our ads for us? The sponsors that are making this possible.
All right.
This podcast is sponsored by Quinn Concrete Construction. The company motto: no job too big or too small. Whatever your concrete need is, they have the experience and the professionalism to ensure a quality job every time. For a free estimate, call 913-279-1448. That's 913-279-1448 and ask for Joe Quinn.
This episode is sponsored by Goal Fire Protection. With over 26 years of fire sprinkler experience, Goal Fire Protection has built our livelihoods on established relationships and providing quality fire sprinkler systems. From retrofits, remodels, service, repairs, new installation, and inspections, simple to the extreme, we can help you every step of the way. No job is too small or too big for our knowledgeable crews. For your free estimate, call 913-441-3390 or email us at gochoa@goalfireprotection.com.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like I was asking, when was the last time we saw each other? It might have been at KU. But what's keeping you busy nowadays?
Nowadays, I'm an accountant, so numbers.
Oh,
Numbers keep me busy all
Yeah.
day, every day.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
went to the academy. Is that what you went to school for? Or?
No, actually, recreation
Oh, okay.
was my thing. I wanted to be a parks director at one point,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, I ended up working for the parks department right after school, and I love Springfield.
Yeah.
Of course, that's another home for me.
Wait.
But I wanted to go bigger.
I was gonna say Springfield's
Yeah.
not that big.
Exactly. So being here from Kansas City is
Yeah.
too small and not a whole lot to do the older I got and out of school. So it was time for a transition. So I went bigger.
Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go back to when it all started for you. So, I appreciate you putting out that post today
Yeah, absolutely.
and calling me your first basketball coach.
I mean, that's the truth.
Yeah,
Right?
thank you. Yeah,
Where it all started, right?
Yeah, that warmed my heart. So I think we got, because at the time, your mom Jennifer and your stepdad Kiko, we were all working together, and I was getting a basketball team together, and yeah, I recruited you.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, yeah. And
I think I was like 3 years old, right?
It had to have been. Yeah.
Playing biddy ball out there.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Do you remember? Those days?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's where it all started.
Good
at
memory.
Argentine Community Center.
Yeah. Which I like to call the ACC.
There you go.
Yeah.
People ask me, where do you play ball? I used to play the ACC. Oh, at the ACC, not in the ACC. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good nickname for
Yeah,
it.
right. Yeah, so you played for me, and then your mom was able to get us a sponsor. Where she was,
I remember those shirts.
Yes.
Because I think that's where she was working at the time. Which I don't know. Your mom has bounced around from
Yeah,
our
yeah,
job
yeah.
to there, and I think she was working at the original one.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, back then.
And,
Yep.
Yeah, and then that spice was called the bomb.
Yep.
And the bomb is still out there. And do you ever watch Hot Ones?
I've not seen an episode of Hot Ones.
But are
no.
you familiar with it? Though?
Yes.
So the bomb is they go through 10 bottles on a
Oh yeah, you
they
only
put a
need
little
drop.
dab.
You
Yeah,
just
they
need
put a little
drop.
dab on the wing, and and the bomb is the number 8, and it's got to be the hottest one. So I think it's pretty cool that they still use it, and once in a while, a celebrity will ask, "Oh, where'd you get this?" Oh, it's it comes out of Kansas City.
Yeah, awesome.
And so it's pretty cool. So I'm like, the bomb. I said,
Yeah.
yeah. Every time I hear that, I think
We
about
like
you kids.
spicy stuff here.
Oh, yeah. And of course, it's not original wine anymore. It's called Spice and Foods, I believe,
Right,
that have
right.
taken over. Yeah. So yep, you did that, and then in the off season, you even did a little bit of soccer. We had a soccer
Oh,
team.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yes, we did.
Goalie.
That was always
right?
fun.
You were the
Yeah.
keeper.
Yeah, that was, you always had your hand on the ball. See,
Yes. Yeah.
So, and then there was times where we'd catch you dribbling, like.
Wrong sport. Wrong
Yeah,
sport.
yeah. Yeah, so those are good old days.
Yes,
Okay,
they
so
were.
question. So how long did you play soccer? When did you stop?
Well, shout out to mom for this for sure. But she sat me down at about 9 almost.
Mm-hmm.
Summer before. So I turned 9 in July, and she was like, "Look, I'm too busy. You're doing too much.
Yeah.
I know you love everything." Because at the time I was doing basketball, soccer. I did karate even.
Oh.
Okay.
At the ACC.
At the
right?
ACC?
And then I also did softball. I think,
Oh, I do
yeah,
kind of remember that.
yeah. Joe was one of our coaches, and yeah. So I played everything.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she was just like, "This is too expensive, and
Yeah.
I don't have the time, and you just need to pick one." So I chose basketball.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good as it is. And then from there, okay, so from playing with us, then what was the next step you went as far as basketball?
So actually, I got recruited by a club team here in Kansas City. They still exist. They
Okay.
go by the Mocan Eclipse now.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So back
Familiar.
then it was just the Eclipse. So yeah, that's kind of where I got my start as far as traveling and,
Yeah.
and playing ball. So that happened when I was 9. Yeah.
And it just got more expensive.
Yes.
Right.
I was gonna
Absolutely.
say.
More
I was
and
gonna
more
say. You didn't
expensive.
save no
Yeah.
money there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's of course they find sponsors to help
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
which that's a cool thing that AU. And I remember so many times that your mom would say, you know what, you need to move up and you need to start coaching AU. And I was like, I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah.
Because I kept coaching the kids and but she was like, well, I would love for you to keep coaching Lexi.
Oh, yeah.
if you go to AAU,
That would have been awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a different monster there.
Yeah,
because
it
It's a
is.
business.
It is. Especially now.
Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah, it's
All
crazy,
this money
right?
involved.
I know.
I know. Yeah, and then so then AAU, and then did you do some middle school basketball?
Yeah. I've always played in school. You have to, according to NCAA, you do need to play back when I was coming up. And so, yeah, I played in school. I also played for another club team by the Blazers. They no longer exist, but and then a short time in between, one of my best friends out of here, Kelsey Brooks.
Okay.
She went on to play at Arkansas. Her dad started a team, and then her uncle ended up carrying us through high school. And so that's who I spent most of my time with. He transitioned over to the Blazers, and we were
okay.
able to do some really cool things, go to some Nike tournaments, things that we weren't able to do before.
Really?
So, yeah.
That's cool. And then, of course, through there you went to Bishop Miege, right?
hmm Yep.
All 4 years.
Yes, all 4 years.
And then you played varsity all 4 years.
Varsity all 4 years.
Did you?
Yeah, I
Did you
loved Miege.
start? Did you start all 4 years?
I
Did
did.
you?
Yes.
And 4 state championships.
Me, long story short, I was a part of the crew that didn't get one.
Oh, really?
We had a really big opportunity with some kids that went on to play in college at the time, and egos and things got in the way back then, and
Really?
we ended up, taking, I think we ended up taking third that year, and went back a couple times and just couldn't get it done,
What?
And so, yeah, that's probably the part that hurts me the most about the Terry English legacy.
Yeah, yeah.
But still call it home. We all still communicate,
That's good.
and so
Yeah.
that's a good thing. So
Very good thing.
yeah.
Dang, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. It's okay.
Wow.
It's okay. I got one in
Sorry,
college.
sorry.
I got one in college.
Oh,
That one,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had to make up for it.
There you go. And then so for high school, then you got recruited by.
I started getting recruited actually in 8th grade.
Did you?
By
I
the-
received my first letter from a small D1, and it just piled up from there. My mom still has all the letters and stuff in the box for me. So yeah.
So it's true when you see these movies or that they just start getting letters after
Yeah.
letters and they start putting them in a box.
Oh, they
and-
flood you at the house,
Really?
at school. They're just constantly coming through. Nowadays
what's
it's
it-
different. You
really?
know?
What was that small school?
Gosh, I don't even
remember
remember.
right
I
away?
think it was somewhere here in the Midwest. I got recruited a lot by
A lot of
Midwest
Midwest
schools,
schools.
of course. But yeah, they were a very small D1. I think it was in Illinois somewhere.
Okay.
If I find the letter, I'll let you know.
Yeah, man. But what was it like though being recruited at 8th grade?
At the time, I mean, I didn't really
Were you like,
know,
Mom, do I have
you
to
know?
continue to go to school? Maybe I have to go
Right.
straight to college. They want me that bad.
Of course, those big girl dreams of wanting to go play in college and play pro was all you think about. But I mean, back then you don't even really know what it is. I mean, you're what 13, 14 years
Right,
old,
yeah.
and my dad actually played Division I football
Okay.
at Iowa State. I don't know if y'all ever knew
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
but-
yeah. I remember.
So he was a big part of that recruitment process and kind of explaining what those things
okay.
meant.
Yes,
And,
yes.
so yeah, he was kind of the one that led the way as far as how that went and who I was able to talk to and when.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is important at a young age.
Right.
You should be exposed to that stuff early
Right.
on.
Right.
Not that it's a bad thing, but you
Right.
still need to be a kid and
Yeah.
you know, you can have your dreams and stuff, but you have to stay focused on school and ball so that you can get to that level. So I think, you know, freshman, sophomore, that's when it needs to
Yeah.
start rolling. It was pretty early for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And was it a distraction?
I think so at times because you know you see big letters come in from these big BCS schools like Texas or Duke, North Carolina, places like that where you're like, oh my God, I just got this letter from
Yeah.
the school. Oh my God, I want to play there so bad. And so
Yeah.
you feel all that excitement and stuff, and yeah, it can be distracting.
Wow. Yeah, I'm sure it would be distracting for a parent too.
So how did you make that decision then?
Oh man,
You've
The
got
dis-
all these opportunities.
And then you made the decision to go to Missouri State.
yeah. Early on, I took a lot of unofficial visits.
Okay.
So they no longer have restrictions now, which is crazy for official visits. We used to get 5.
I thought.
And
oh,
that
it's
was
not
it.
No more.
No, it's unlimited now. So
Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah, it must be nice, right?
Just like opening up the boundaries for these kids to go to any high school that they want
yeah,
to go to.
yeah,
Things
You know, they
change.
do that now.
absolutely. Which I think is really cool because you know sometimes it doesn't work out for people and they need to move on. But yeah, so I literally would just take unofficial visits my freshman and sophomore year. I did some my junior year, but by that time, I had already received so much that I kind of just cut it down to what mattered to me the most, which was family, of course, and not being too far.
Okay.
Because those that know me, I have 3 younger sisters that are 10 plus years younger than me. So just being able to be around and set an example for them and something to look up to, but also to be a part of it. You know,
Yeah.
I wanted them there at the games, and it was really hard for my parents because they were so young and trying to travel on a weeknight, a Wednesday, and my
Right.
parents were at the game. So love them for that. But yeah, that was a big deal to me, and I cut it down to about 5 my junior year, and I took a couple of official visits to Missouri State, and you just have that feeling, man. As soon as you're there, you just know. And I was at a game. A lot of the girls that played there that were ahead of me, I grew up here with or
Okay.
played
Oh,
against.
okay.
And so I felt a sense of comfortability. And then also
Yeah.
it's close to home. So I made that decision December.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was early on, junior year.
So did it have anything to do with the coach?
Yeah. So my coach that recruited me, I had a great relationship with. And what stood out from them to 1,000 other letters, handwritten.
Oh, okay.
They showed up to my
Personal.
high school games. Yeah, very personal. They were consistent and they were always there. And they cared more about me as a person than what I could do for them, you know? And so that was a big deal. And she actually ended up getting fired a couple months before I was to report there.
Oh, so who was that?
So that was Nyla Millicent. She's actually a athletic director, I believe, down at Drury right now, down in
Okay.
Springfield again. So that was my connection there.
Oh.
They let me out of my letter of intent if I wanted to. So there's about 5 of us that were supposed to be coming in. It ended up being 4.
Okay.
One went on, I think, to Central Florida, and the rest of us decided to stay. Why I wanted to stay? 2 things.
Why?
If you're from Kansas, you know who came out of Kansas when it comes to women's basketball. And that's Jackie Stiles.
Right.
Number 10. And you
Right.
know, if you're from here, that's who you look up to.
Yeah.
She could score.
Right.
So,
So she took over as head
yeah.
coach?
no. So they brought her on as assistant.
Oh, okay.
My mom gets a call and it's Kelly Harper out of Tennessee. So she played at Tennessee.
Right.
She was during Shamika Holesclaw and Tamika Catchings, all that during that time. And she was one of the greatest point guards to me. I didn't get a chance to like actually watch her. She's graduated when I was being born. That's crazy. But but yeah, you know, when I was coming up, I always loved the Vols and watching them, Candace Parker, stuff like that. So I was like, wow, this is crazy. You know, I'm going to play for somebody that was connected to one of the greatest coaches in the game, Pat Summitt. So it's really cool. Really cool.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
That is awesome. And would you say you had a good career?
Yes. Yeah.
Any records there?
Oh, man.
Which I know it's
now,
probably tough.
I'm sure kids are coming up and creeping up on a lot of our records, but a few of us, you know, we'd love to shoot the three, so we're up there as far as makes and attempts, and on the all-time list, I would say probably top 10 on those, probably percentage-wise. And then I had some really big games every time I came here to Kansas. So those are probably career high moments for me.
Sweet.
Yeah. So let's start with your jump shot. Who would you give credit to showing you? Did your dad teach you a lot on the jump shot?
So many people, but
so many people?
like, I mean, it started with him. And then also my uncle, he's only 13 years older than me. So I grew up watching him play.
Okay.
And I was always watching him in the driveway, trying out different moves and stuff. And I wanted to mimic that. I wanted to be that. And so when they weren't around, I'd go in the driveway. I'd try myself, you know. And so along the way, I got corrected, you know, dad, uncle, of course, all of my coaches. How can I be faster? How can, you know, my release time be quicker? So different parts of it. But I think the biggest transition for me was in high school. So Terry English and his son, Jeff, they both were really good point guards during their time. And so they helped me with my release as far as getting it off really quick. Yeah. And then when I transitioned to college, Jackie really helped me as far as my footing and being able to shoot either as a hopper, a 2-foot hopper, or, you know, dribble in, or just a 1-2. And it was so quick that if you gave me even a little bit of space in college, it was going up.
You gonna play it in somebody's eye.
Hand down, man down.
Yeah.
So we had the privilege, the honor to watch you play, like we mentioned earlier. We heard that you were going to be playing against KU, and we're like, oh, we definitely got to go see. And we took a crowd with us as well. Yeah. And Marcos was with us, and Danny.
Did he go too?
Yeah, I think Danny went, and Chris.
Oh, you mean when we went down to Springfield?
Was that Springfield or was it?
Yeah,
you're
we
I'm
went
sorry.
down
I think they were down
that
there
was
too.
at Springfield. Yeah. But when we went to KU, it was perfect because we found good seats there at KU. We did, you know.
Yep.
We saw you put up at least 35, 40 points against.
I wish. I think it was 22.
Oh, was it 22? Okay. It just seemed like I was like, did she hit another one?
Yeah.
She just hit another one?
Yeah.
But you showed out, and that was I was so proud.
Yes,
so
man.
proud.
I had to give y'all a show.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
Yeah.
And then we got to see you there at the end of the game and meet some of your teammates and whatnot.
Yeah. No, I mean, just awesome to be able and thank you for taking us in. Like when we went down to Springfield to go watch you play, we got to go into the
locker room
and where you guys do your film and stuff.
That's right.
And that was pretty cool to be able to see that side of it. So it was pretty fun. But
definitely had to treat you guys to that because this is where it all started. So you can see where I ended up.
Yeah, definitely.
So cool. Was there any ball after college? Did you do any overseas basketball? Or
no, I wish. Unfortunately, guys, I got into a car accident before I was even done, and that was January, and I was finished by April. So that definitely changed a little bit of my life and my dreams, and just had to have a talk with myself on time to hang it up. So.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah. But before we move on to after college,
Mm-hmm.
we got to get to the record that you said you didn't get in high school,
Yeah.
but you
Yeah.
did get it in college.
Yes.
So you guys tell us about that.
Yeah, so we went to a postseason tournament every single year, WNIT, and went to the NCAA tournament after 10 years, which is really cool to be a part of a rebuild.
Yeah.
So our first year, just adjusting to a new coach, obviously newcomers coming in, a lot of adjusting when you have to get used to a new system. And so I think we ended up being like 500, but we had some big wins. We knocked off Mizzou that year
Oh,
from
nice.
top 25, so that was a big deal.
Heck yeah.
And then we went on sophomore year to the WNIT. I think we lost in the first round to like Tulsa or something like that. We also made it to the championship for conference, losing to Wichita State. They had some really good players at the time. And then once they left and everything, we had everybody coming back, and we only had one senior. And
Oh,
so
wow.
everybody was just like, the job's not done. We're not satisfied. So even in the off season, when we should be resting,
Yeah.
we were ready to go. I mean, that spark never ended. We were like, we got to get this done. And if it's going to be now, this is the time.
Right.
So we went to the conference tournament my junior year.
Okay.
And we ended up winning by just a few points the game before the championship. And Drake University was in there. So we were playing Northern Iowa for the championship. Game before, I did not hit a shot. Like I didn't hit a
What?
three. Something was going on. I shooting from the corner and I'm hitting the side of the backboard. Like just crazy stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And my coach grabbed me after the game. We always ended with prayer, started with prayer.
Yeah.
And she grabbed my hand and she was like, "Tomorrow's your day. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You're gonna hit those shots tomorrow." So I came in, and right when we needed it, I was the sixth man.
Oh yeah.
Important role. So I
Yeah.
came in and gave us that energy, and hit a couple threes in a row, and it was just up from there. And we ended up
Nice.
knocking that one out. So we ended up getting that ring, and my senior year ended with the WNIT. We played against Iowa before Caitlin Clark was a
There
thing.
you go. Yeah.
They were pretty good though.
Yeah.
They've always been pretty good under Lisa Bluter, and so that was a big game. And unfortunately, we fell short in the first round again. But
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Wow. That's
Yeah.
pretty. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So what do you think about this Caitlin Clark? Caitlin Clark.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie, she can shoot that thing.
Yeah.
But there's some of us that been playing for a while. We did it too,
Yeah.
Okay.
So not bitter, not anything like that. But I mean, the kid is a show.
Yeah.
She has fun. She's brought a lot to the game, but I think there's some names that don't enter the conversation as much when
Yeah.
it comes to her. So a little salty about that for sure. But yeah, there's some great players in women's basketball right now, and so just follow the wave of Caitlin Clark. There's more coming. Paige Beckers is up. Juju Watkins is up.
Okay.
So just some small names to pay attention to that's in there now.
Hey, what if they come to
Yeah.
Kansas City?
That would be awesome.
Right? Because Mahomes is trying to bring a team
We
here.
need the WNBA in Kansas City. It's time.
Yeah.
We already had the NBA team years ago, the Kings.
Yeah.
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 So
And
I think it's time.
and that was many years ago. I don't recall when they left Kansas City, but it had to been like either early '80s,
I know,
late
yeah.
'70s. I can't say I was a fan. I had a jersey. I
Yep.
can't say that.
Yep.
I can't say that we watched games or
Yeah.
even went. The only time I went to the games at Kemper Arena was the Harlem Globetrotters.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
to go
Yeah.
see those guys.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Maybe.
that would be awesome to have the WNBA because Caitlin Clark, like you said, brought a lot,
Yes, she did.
and all the eyes were on her, and I mean, she made us fans,
Mm-hmm.
of watching the WNBA,
Yeah.
and then of course the end of her college season, and then the WNBA, watch her play, and then
Mm-hmm.
we were like, is she going to be the rookie of the year? Is she going to do this? Is she going to, it was just
Yeah. What's
you know.
next for her?
Yeah.
Who knows?
So,
Yeah.
but what is it now? Now that she's not playing in the WNBA next season?
I'm not sure. I haven't caught up
See,
with that
I
yet.
thought I heard that she was
But-
going to go overseas to play.
So a lot of
'Cause
them
she
do
was
that. It's-
offered-
They play at different times.
Okay, so it's an off season thing.
Correct.
You can,
But
so-
I don't know her situation. That could be true.
Yeah, they can do that though.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You have to. I mean, they just don't pay enough.
do NBA players do that?
No, they don't have to. They walk
Right.
in with millions,
That's
you
true.
know,
True.
from
That's
day
true.
one. And for
Totally different
for
numbers, yeah.
WNBA, maybe it's 75,000 is the top you'll get as a rookie.
Yeah.
Really?
So, yeah, you got players like Angel Reese and them just coming out and saying like, yeah, this doesn't fund my life. This salary does not fund my
Right.
life. It's all coming
Right.
from NIL deals and
Well,
all
those girls, Reese was making money
Mm-hmm.
in college, right?
Yeah.
LSU,
Yeah.
is that where she played?
Yeah.
Right. They were making money there, millions.
Yeah.
From what I
Exactly.
understand.
Yes,
Before
but
they even-
again, it's not what the men make. It's
true.
still, we're
it's
still
true.
And those
Yeah.
are only players that are well known and
Yeah.
have those connections and people want to market and brand them.
Yeah.
All the other ones, you know,
right. Mm-hmm.
they're just getting by.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. So they have to go overseas
Yep.
to supplement that pay that they're not necessarily getting here in the States. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
they're
then-
working on it. They're working on
I
it.
know, yeah.
And then, so
yeah.
then here recently, you were coaching as well, correct? Where
Yeah.
were you coaching at?
I was out at Webster University in St. Louis. It's a Division III. One of my good friends, I like to call him a brother, a big brother. But his daughter actually grew up playing with one of my younger sisters. So I've known him since they were like 7. So going on
Wow. Okay.
maybe 10 years now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a really cool opportunity to get to coach with him and just kind of see if that was what I wanted to do.
What was your role as a
So
coach?
I was a assistant coach, but I primarily dealt with the guards. So it's really hard though. You know, I was working full time as an accountant for my family's business that's here in Kansas City,
Okay.
and part time coaching. So luckily I was remote, so I was able to work from the office and stuff. But trying to meet with clients and you've got kids coming in and they need to talk about their issues or you know we're talking about performance stuff before practice and traveling and stuff like that. It made it really hard for me. So but yeah, it was a cool experience and got to see him win. Gosh, I don't even know how many championships this man has.
Really?
But
Really?
he's amazing. And 5 in a row is what we won for conference. So
Wow.
I was there for the 5th one.
That's cool.
And we made it to the NCAA tournament. So that was really cool
Yeah.
to be a part of.
I didn't realize you were there 5 years.
Not me. No.
No.
Oh.
He won 5
Oh.
in a row. I was a part of the 5th one.
Yeah.
You were just a
So-
part of the 5th one. Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Oh,
So,
okay.
so you got
Okay.
your championship. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Did
Yeah.
you get a ring? I mean,
No, not for them. No.
Man,
Smaller school. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
So
just go get you one made.
I know, right?
Right.
So were you one of those tough coaches?
No. I'm super understanding. I've been there.
Okay.
We always got stuff going on and you know, that's the last thing you need is a coach that's gonna sit there and yell at you. I didn't like to be yelled at, but just make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do, you know, and use me as a resource, use other coaches as a resource. 3 of them had played there or played. Let me say that I was included, and then 2 of them played at Webster for that coach. So, you know, we were strict sometimes.
No, that's good. Did you ever think about becoming a head coach somewhere?
No.
No. Not.
I love it. I really do. The pay is a little different.
Yeah.
You have to really, really love it. And
True.
times right now,
Yeah.
I don't love it that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
cool.
what about coaching your sisters? Like, would you?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Would love
Yeah,
to coach
yeah.
them or what?
But I love to be a fan.
That's true.
That's a big thing for me, you know,
Yeah.
because I was gone for so long at their early years when they were just getting started and stuff. Like, I wanted to be a part of that and just watch and, again, be a resource, you know, and just see them be their own person.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want
Yeah.
to be hard on them and them look at me in a different way.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
hard to be under a parent or any family member. So, yeah, I just wanted to keep that, you know, I'm a
Yeah.
big sister.
yeah, that's cool.
Definitely, yeah.
Proud big sister.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Do you still keep up with Miesh?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still go there, watch games? Did you get a
I
chance?
never had a chance actually. I went one time few years back.
When English was still there.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. His health was not good at the time. And, we had another little scare. And I was like, I need to make it back home. And I was like, Mom, come with me. Nobody else is available. I didn't care about going by myself. I just wanted to be there. And just to see him. And that I didn't know at the time would be my goodbye. But, yeah, that was tough for sure.
Yeah, I bet.
Wish he was still here.
Yeah.
He was a big deal to all of us.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Lexi.
No,
Yeah.
it's good.
No. His son didn't take over then, right?
He helped for a while. They do have a lawn care business as well.
Oh,
so
okay.
he went on and took that over.
Okay.
Mulvaney, Kevin Mulvaney. He
Here, I have.
oh, we're good.
Here, help yourself.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, he took over during the transition of them
Okay.
finding a new coach. And,
Yeah. Funny and small world, but the new coach that's there now,
Yeah.
his daughter works with me.
Oh, awesome.
So I know who the new coach is,
Yeah.
Coach Allen, because his daughter.
Yeah, he was from Olathe.
Yes,
I
so
don't
like
remember
the
which one.
South,
South,
I
maybe?
think maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah. So small world because
Yes.
now he's taken over
Yeah.
that program.
One
so.
of his assistants, Chad, I believe is his name. He coaches for the Eclipse as well. So
Oh, okay.
I saw him over the summer and heard, that he was going to be on, and I had to give him some encouragement. I said, "Hey, y'all got some big shoes to fill, and if you don't, we're gonna have a talk, right?"
Right. Yeah.
Speaking of big shoes,
But they did that. They did that actually.
Yeah.
You see that big shoe?
Yeah,
right
that's
there?
a big shoe right there.
Yeah, it's a size 19.
Oh my gosh. Not any of us in here.
Yeah. Nope. Nope.
No.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What would you say was which of your career was funner, the high school or college?
Well, Terry was very strict.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It
was
was
he?
also Catholic school, y'all. So,
Yeah.
a lot of discipline, a lot of structure. Very good for me
Yeah.
to make it to the next level. But I definitely had fun in college. I mean,
Did you? Yeah, good.
it's a totally different experience, and just being able to play in some really big arenas, really big crowds,
Yeah.
playing at some very big schools. I think one of our biggest games was Louisville, and they had the Schimmel sisters, Shoni Schimmel, and she was probably gonna make it to the WNBA. I think she ended up doing that and playing maybe for a year or so. But it was like 10,000 plus people in the crowd, and how loud it gets, and
Oh man.
things you can and cannot hear, and you really got to zone in, and
Yeah.
you can only hear your coach
Yeah.
or your teammates.
That's
but
crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun. I
I
enjoyed
mean,
that.
didn't that pump you up as well? Just
Oh yeah,
feeling that energy.
Yeah. Like even when it's not your own
Even if
arena,
it's not yours. Yeah. That's what I'm
I
saying.
think some people deal with it differently,
like-
but it's pretty cool when you
You're
look
like out there
back.
like I'm getting ready to hush this crowd.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
That's what you got to take
Yep.
into. Yeah. So, when was the last time you've been back to Springfield?
Oof.
been a while?
It's been a while, yeah. Too long.
Yeah.
But I was living in Nashville for a few years, so it was really hard to get back here, taking time off work
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And I was working retail at the time, and
Okay.
I was a manager, and so it just
So
took up a lot of space.
was Nashville before or after Webster?
Before.
That was before,
yeah.
and then you went to
Yeah,
Webster.
Webster was last year.
Oh, was
Yeah.
just last year. Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Okay.
Yep, so
Okay.
recent.
Yeah. Seen,
And so then
seen-
now
seen
you're
this.
here in town working
Yeah.
for your family?
No, actually, I haven't even got to tell anybody like publicly out loud, other than family and friends. But super excited to be back home. Brought me a new opportunity, a new beginning, new journey. Actually, at Rally House Corporate, as one of their accountants for one of their subsidiary companies.
Oh, nice.
So super cool
Congrats.
experience. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty
that's
cool
awesome.
to work for them, and again be a part of sports and
Yeah.
just be on the other side of things.
Yeah. Was that a company that came and recruited you, or
No,
did you
I
know
went
somebody,
searching.
or-
I knew it was time for me to come home. It's
okay.
been too long.
Yeah.
And I need that. I need to be back with family, and so it's just excited to be where I am right now.
Nice.
That's cool.
Nice.
Congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's this corporation located? Are they? Like,
Yeah, so they're in Lenexa.
Okay.
As y'all know, Kansas Sampler, if you're
Yeah,
familiar.
yeah, yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
still operating some stores under that name, a lot of the original stores.
Yeah.
And then they did Rally House to be able to go, because you wouldn't take a Kansas Sampler
Yeah.
to Texas or
Right,
North
right.
Carolina, right?
Right.
So in order for them to grow, that's what they transitioned into. So
So, okay, so you graduated, you said, with a degree in parks or
Yeah.
something. So when did you go
Recreation.
back to do accounting, or how'd you,
so
when did you squeeze that in?
Family's business, right? So I was retail managing at the time, and that's a hectic life as is shoe store manager. Hence why I love sneakers so
Yeah,
much. But working for some great companies, Nike, Finish Line. Some of my greatest friends come from those stores that I worked in and cities that I worked in. But it was time for me to do something different, and I was thinking long term. Has a lot of wear on your body, and
Yeah.
obviously valuing time and not being able to be at my sister's games, or
Yeah.
Kenna going to homecoming, or just little stuff like that I missed out on. And I was
Yeah.
like, I can't do this anymore.
Right. Yeah.
So 2018, my grandmother, my dad's mom, Rochelle, she had it way back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And she drove it, I believe, to $1 million revenue. She had big contracts with the state. Family was coming up in there. And then she went through a bad car accident, shut the business down.
Oh.
She didn't completely close it, but was ready to open it again. I was in middle school, got breast cancer, and so things just kept going. And so in 2018 was like a big time for her to be like, okay, it's time. Let's bring it back. And so they brought me on actually as a partner, which kind of crazy. I did it backwards. Like, even though that wasn't what I did or whatever, obviously I have common sense, so I can make decisions. But so my dad, my uncle were partners as well. And so I just started to learn and play in the background, help her build out a lot of our company files, and then clients that we had. We had a nonprofit who's actually here in Kansas City as well.
Okay.
They raise scholarship funds for Kansas City, Kansas schools.
Oh, okay.
Foundation for Excellence, if y'all didn't know about that.
I do.
So
Yeah.
they were one of our clients and longtime friend of my grandmother. And
Okay.
so, I helped build out all those files and stuff. And I just found a love for numbers that I didn't know that I had.
That's
and,
cool.
just analytical skills. And
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
it became fun to me in a way. And so I just continued and just helped where I was needed, and still kept my full-time job. And then at one point we had some personnel changes within the company. I was ready to step away from retail. I was ready for a nice transition to a different phase of my life. And so it was time. I dropped my partner status. I became full-time, which my family would say, that's not fair because I came on as a partner first. So they had to do it the opposite way, the right way. And so, I became full-time with them for a couple years, and decided to come back home and go for a big corporation. So.
Nice. Okay.
That's yeah. Cool,
See, you
cool.
never would have thought you were.
No,
gonna end up doing
no,
this,
never
huh?
would have thought I would have been in
Yeah.
accounting.
Yeah. Is your dad in accounting too? Then?
My dad's
Is it-
human resources.
Oh, he's human resource- oh,
manager
okay.
of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Family discounts with the Rally House.
No. No, I'll hook you up. I got you.
All
Yeah.
right. So you say you're sneakerhead is what they call them, right? Yeah. All Nike.
Of course.
Yeah,
Nike,
that's all you
Jordan. No, I did. I own a couple pairs of Yeezys, but
Yeah.
you're the Adidas guy, not
Yeah.
me.
You don't not even one pair of Adidas.
No, I do. I have. I do. They're just both Yeezys. Outside
Okay,
of
the
that, I
Yeezys,
never
yeah.
really wore it except for college.
I was gonna say I
That's-
thought they were
yeah,
Adidas.
We were
Yeah, yeah.
Adidas at that time.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
freshman, sophomore year, they weren't that great, and things were boxy and big for women's sports. And my junior year, they finally came out with the Dame Lillards and
Okay.
James Hardens. They had Derrick Rose before that, but
Right.
man, his shoes tell the story of why he had so many injuries. I tell you what, like 6, maybe 7 of us had shin splints. And
Oh,
stuff
really?
like that.
Really?
And it's just the shoes, man.
Yeah.
It really was. And I don't know. I've always been a Nike kid,
Yeah.
so that's what I like to rock.
Okay, so as a what did you call her? Shoe head?
Sneakerhead?
Sneakerhead.
Yeah.
How many sneakers do you have?
Too many.
200?
My mom always tells me that I need to get rid of some, so I, replenish. I get rid of.
You get rid of it.
Sell
every time.
some, replenish them, but
have
definitely
sisters.
over 50.
Yeah.
Just like
You
real sneakers, and
Uh-huh.
then there's some kick around, some casual
Do you keep,
dress
do you
shoes.
keep
stuff
them in the
like that.
box? Do you keep your boxes as well?
I've actually got into the plastic containers.
Yeah, where you could see them.
Yeah, and it's a lot better. I
Is
kind
it?
of like it. It looks cleaner,
Uh-huh.
and then boxes over time they just
Yeah, they do.
fall apart.
Yeah.
And
And you can make a whole wall now, and you
Yes.
can see them, and it
Yes.
just yeah.
yeah,
So, I
I
mean-
like to think of it as my stock room.
There you go. Well, kind of like when you go into a Foot Locker or something,
Mm-hmm.
or a Dick's, you see that one shoe. Is that the way your wall's set up?
No.
Let me see. I think I'm
No,
gonna wear
so you
this
put-
pair, and then you go wear
put both
this
of
one.
them in there,
Uh-huh.
and it's just like a little box, and then it's got the little door in front. You just pull them
Mm-hmm.
out. So,
Man,
yeah.
yeah, I got a lot of shoes too, but see, I don't. I'm sure you probably after you wear it, you probably clean it and make it.
I'm not
nice
that
and-
crazy
Oh,
about,
okay. 'Cause I know
about
some
some of
people
them.
do that, right?
Some of them I do, that
Want to rinse off the bottom
yeah,
and
especially if they're ones that are very coveted.
yeah.
I definitely take care of them and don't wear them as much. And as you would like to say, put them in a glass case.
Yeah.
Man, and it just in our last episode, I was talking to a guy, Donnie Schreiman. We were talking about the canvas, the Converse shoes, the Chuck Taylors.
Yep.
That I used to wear and he wore, and it was just
Yeah.
funny. And
Nike owns them too.
Nike
Did you
owns
know that?
Converse,
Yeah,
and I believe Adidas owns Reebok.
that might be true. I don't.
I think
know
so.
that
I
one.
remember.
Why would
reading
she
or-
know that? It's not
don't
Adidas.
know.
I know, right? But I had to. If you're gonna say somebody owns this, I gotta say somebody owns that.
You can't leave
Yeah,
them out. You
I
can't
can't.
leave
Right,
them.
right.
And I think they had said, yeah, we're not gonna change. We're gonna buy Reebok, but we're not gonna take the name away because people still want to wear Reebok.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
So you
much
gotta-
what they did with
yeah.
Converse. Like Converse is what it is.
Yes.
And it's-
Yes.
they just want to make some of their materials better, more sustainable, recycled. That's
Yeah.
what Nike's
Converse,
known for.
Converse,
So.
they were huge in the '80s, back when Magic Johnson, Larry Bird played. Those guys,
Could not imagine wearing those.
you know.
Playing. No,
There's no support. They're just
none.
I know we wore them in high school. I think
Oh,
really?
when I was at J.C. Harmon playing basketball, yeah, we wore the they were purple and white.
Yeah,
They were cool.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
yeah. But back then, honestly, I mean, I wasn't one of those guys who I was like, I just got a brand new pair of shoes and I'm playing ball. I don't care what they feel like. I don't care if they hurt my feet.
do you
Yeah.
get
I'm
shin
still
splints or
playing ball.
not?
yeah.
Yeah. But no, that's cool. Sneakerhead. That's what, like this, they call us old heads. All those old guys, they call us old heads, right?
Oh, no,
Sneakerheads,
you're
old
not
heads.
that old.
I try not to. No, that's cool. That's cool. And you said the Rally House and what was the other name? Kansas Sampler.
Hmm
You said they kept the name Kansas Sampler.
Yeah,
Just-
for those original stores that were
The
here,
one
in
here in
Kansas
town,
City,
right?
yeah,
But then, so there's Rally Houses.
in
Out-
Kansas City as well.
Oh,
yeah.
but how about out of Kansas City?
They have
they gonna
so
make any?
many.
So that's how they've expanded. Was
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
changing the name.
Mm-hmm. So there's a ton.
They're everywhere?
Yeah. Plaza, Union Station.
No, but outside of Kansas,
Oh yeah,
Texas,
we're-
other states.
Yes.
They
yes.
are?
Really?
I
Okay.
think we're up to 300 and something stores now. So,
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Our corporate office, we're currently outgrowing.
Really?
Yeah, a
Okay,
lot of people.
Speaking of stores,
Mm-hmm.
I have to ask, while in Springfield, did you ever hit Buc-ee's?
No, they didn't have it back then.
Oh, Buc-ee's wasn't out there.
No, it was not
Oh.
a thing.
Wow.
Not a thing. All they had was come and
Quick-
go.
Yeah.
No quick trips down there.
No quick. Yeah, you're not.
I
gonna see
wish they
Quick-
had quick trip down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Man.
yeah.
So the Quick Trips have been around
No
here
Buc-ee's.
forever.
Yes.
But no Buc-ee's at that time you were there.
No.
So because they're getting ready to put one down here by the
Yeah.
Legends,
Yeah, that's gonna be exciting.
and so of course I said I want to go to a Buc-ee's. I can't say that I've ever been one. We've been to Texas. That's where they're at. And I just don't recall me going into a Buc-ee's, or if I did, I didn't think it was such a big thing. But
Yeah.
now
I don't think we've ever been.
Yeah,
no.
No.
And
they're huge.
so,
Yeah, we would have remembered.
It's
We
like
never
a
did.
Walmart supercenter
Yeah, I think so.
for a
Yeah,
gas
that's-
station.
Yeah.
that's
Crazy.
That's what man. What was I gonna say? Oh, Jackie Styles, coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's she doing?
She's good. She's back in Springfield.
She is.
Yeah, yeah. So she is a personal trainer.
Okay.
So Jackie's
A personal
always
trainer, like that's her job,
Yes.
or she's part of the school personal trainer.
no, that's her job. So she
Okay.
she trains people. She still does camps for basketball and stuff
Okay,
like that
okay.
down there. But yeah, she's good. I haven't talked to her in a while. So
Right, but
Yeah.
she's still in your contacts, right?
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. She is like the sweetest person on earth. She
Yeah,
is so
we
nice.
we had the honor to meet her.
Yeah.
But when we
Yeah.
were there,
Actually,
yeah. So we have pictures with you, but we
Yes.
also have pictures with
Yes.
Styles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
very genuine,
was-
humble.
So would you say that Caitlin Clark is kind of following her footsteps? Was Jackie Styles, do you think, that big as what Caitlin Clark is doing now? Or or the social media, I guess, wasn't out there
Right,
like that,
right.
right?
Yeah.
You
Think
couldn't
about
even
that.
see
Well, I was
it.
Yeah.
gonna say there's so many people that we can name
Yeah.
that were Caitlin Clark before Caitlin Clark.
Really?
right? And
But social media has a
The-
lot to do with it.
right,
Okay.
and just coverage. I mean, there's so many
Yeah.
games. Even when I was playing, that we were on ESPN3. You gotta buy, subscribe,
Yeah.
watch online.
Right.
My parents had to hook the phone or the laptop up to the TV just to watch the game on the
Yeah.
big screen, like back in those days. And
That's
then
true.
they didn't have that. And so, I think if we did, it would be a different story. And I think people would know some of these names that they need to look into.
Really.
Like I said, there's so many that have done what she's done
Really.
that just didn't get the coverage. Even during my time.
Yeah.
We could talk about Kelsey Plum, who plays at Las Vegas Aces. She played at Washington University. She just didn't get the same coverage, but she was the first one to break Jackie's record.
Really?
You know?
Oh, okay.
And she's currently playing, still putting up numbers. They had back-to-back national championships last year and the year before. And so there's people out there that people just don't know about because they weren't covered the same.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. The the big 3 Ice Cube wanted Caitlin Clark
Yeah.
before she went into the WNBA. He was gonna pay her big.
Not worth it.
No.
You'd be playing with older professionals, men. Not a good look if you're trying to grow women's sports. She knows that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Forget
So
the
even
money.
though the money is there,
yeah,
but yeah.
it's not worth it
Yeah.
because he just wanted it
yeah,
for
he
his
want-
money.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I love Ice Cube. I love him, but I think it was smart on her part for
Yeah.
what she did. So
No, that's true.
I remember hearing about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, is Jackie Styles, is she a Hall of Famer?
yeah,
Yeah. And
Yeah.
What in the?
I was there. Basketball Hall of Fame,
Yeah, you.
Knoxville.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when they put her in there. And,
Yes. Yeah. So
sweet.
that was
So
during
you were
my
still,
time.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. That's right.
And Kelly, being from around Knoxville, and playing there.
That's
and
right, yeah.
So they actually paid for us to go up there and watch Jackie get inducted to the Basketball Hall of Fame. We made a weekend out of it.
That's right.
And Kelly took us through Tennessee and some of her story. And there's an HBO special that they did back then on the team that she was playing for called The Cinderella Story. And so we just got to experience who she was
Right.
back then. And it was really cool. Really cool.
That's what's so cool about sports in general. The experiences that you get out of them.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't participate, if you don't, not a part of that, you don't know that all the cool things that comes with it.
Yes. Yeah.
That is so awesome.
It was a great experience.
Yeah, that's right. And you know what's funny? I even have here in my notes. It says, as a player in 2016, while you were playing.
Now you're putting a date on me, guys.
Yeah. So yeah. Speaking of Hall of Fames, I went into looking into some different Hall of Fames, and I want to see if we are familiar with these Hall of Fames.
Okay.
So, being that Jackie Styles was in the, and what was the name of that Hall of Fame you said?
The Basketball Hall of Fame.
Just the Basketball Hall of
Women's
Fame.
Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah. So here's like 25 real quick ones. Like in Alabama, there's the the Motorsports Hall of Fame. You familiar with that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. See, it's International Surfing Museum, a Rugby Hall of Fame in San Diego. They even have Hall of Fames for pro rodeo.
Okay. That's a
Everyone
big
should.
deal
Why
now.
not?
Right. That's what I'm
a
saying.
big
That's why.
deal now.
That's why I put this out there in Connecticut, the National Powerboat Hall of Fame, which is
Things that we don't get to experience.
I know,
here
right?
Yeah.
in the middle of the country.
Right.
yep. The Motorsports Hall of Fame in Florida, swimming, drag racing. In Georgia, they have a disc golf Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Hey, disc golf.
That's pretty dope.
Cool.
We know some people who do that. Of course, in Indiana, the NCAA Hall of Fame Museum, Wiffle Ball Hall of Fame.
Hey, if you can put
Hey.
breakdancing into the Olympics, then why not? You're going to have all kinds of Hall of
you just
Fames,
Random,
right?
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
check this one out.
Yeah.
Okay, still in Indiana, the Mascot Hall of Fame.
That's kind of cool, actually. They deserve more.
Yeah.
But it actually just closed.
Oh, dang.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess that's no longer a thing. Here in September, this past September, we have the College Baseball Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
which is here in Overland Park.
Of course.
Fencing in Louisiana, lacrosse in Maryland. Massachusetts has the Volleyball Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Yeah, did you ever play volleyball?
No. One sport I never picked up.
Yeah.
I didn't want to wear the shorts, guys. I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
No spandex for me. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But I think it was optional, right? You could wear the regular shorts,
I mean,
wasn't it?
At the
say
beginning,
that.
at the
I don't know.
beginning,
yeah.
as it was transitioning to that, I know we didn't
Okay.
like it either. We're
No,
like, we gotta
no
wear
thanks.
those.
No.
No, right? See, that's what
Yeah.
I was trying to remember.
It is a nice transition into basketball or vice versa, though. I think, just footwork wise.
Uh-huh.
Volleyball?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, their footwork and jumping ability, stuff like that.
Well, yeah.
Like, definitely transition.
See, and
I thought soccer was
Yeah.
very similar.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, you gotta tell me to dribble with my feet and not my hands,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I
You
think
know?
basketball,
Mm-hmm.
volleyball, and soccer are probably three that work together if you play multiple.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely saw that in soccer, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Eastern States Exposition Hall of Fame in Springfield.
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
No, I didn't even go to that
Yeah,
one.
the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame is
Of
also
course.
in Springfield.
Yeah.
It's in Springfield.
Yeah,
Why not in Lawrence? You
Been
said
to that
Naismith.
one. Yeah.
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
And Dr. Naismith, right?
Yeah.
Hey, did you see Coach Self just won what?
most
Most
winningest?
winningest
He's the most
coach.
winningest coach there at KU.
Yeah.
That's a huge accomplishment.
I know.
Did you
That's
see
a
what
lot
he
of
said
basketball.
after they were interviewing him as the courtside was ending, and they said, "What does that mean to you?" He's like, "Oh, it means I'm old." He said, "An old guy that's won a lot of games and had a lot of great players." But
Oh my
yeah,
goodness,
he's,
that's funny.
He's humble though. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah.
I love it.
But to know that he passed out
Fog Allen.
Fog Allen,
Yeah.
like
Allen Fieldhouse.
exactly right.
So what are they going to name after Self?
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Allen/Self. I don't know. I'm just
Maybe they'll just
The
put
Be
his,
Yourself Award.
There you go.
something.
Put his name on the court or something. I think we can't take away Allen
I know.
Fieldhouse.
Yeah, I
mean,
know.
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on.
yeah. I don't know if the name even has, like you said, does the court have a name now? And if it doesn't, yeah, that's perfect for.
The court itself,
The court itself, yeah, I don't know.
Is what?
We don't.
But
know.
we don't
Oh,
know
we
the
don't
the,
know.
the building.
that up.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Allen Fieldhouse.
but we don't know the
Yeah.
Yeah.
actual court. I don't know.
Somebody out there can message us. Anyway, of course, here in Missouri we have. What Hall of Fames do we have here?
I
Missouri
don't know.
basketball.
The College Basketball Experience.
Of course.
Is that considered the Hall of Fame?
No,
Well,
it's
it's-
not a Hall of Fame, but
Oh.
it's what we have here. We have the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum.
Yeah, yeah,
Call
yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's still considered under the Hall of Fame. The Royals Hall of Fame, Archery Hall of Fame and Museum in Springfield.
Mm,
Man, Springfield's
they got
pretty
a lot.
Huh.
busy. Yeah.
Didn't
No.
know that.
Even they even have a Bow Hunters Hall of Fame in Springfield.
Well,
Wait, you know-
actually, though,
Springfield.
that makes a lot of sense because being in recreation and stuff, they actually do USA training down there in Springfield
Oh.
for
For-
archery.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever done archery?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did it on my internship when I was going into the Parks Department. to
Oh,
work.
okay. Uh-huh.
So, got to just learn something different.
Yeah.
It was kind of
no.
cool.
Yeah. Okay, so where did you work then when you did the parks part of it?
So I worked for Springfield Parks
Oh, they're
Department.
in Springfield. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. So were you like helping to set up Biddy Ball? Helping to do things like that?
So I worked with, like, my home base was Spark. It's like you work with the schools and the community.
Oh,
and,
okay.
so they put on like sports and stuff like that.
Yes.
But I was very fortunate because the director of parks was actually my host family dad for FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and his daughter played tennis. She was really good friends with one of my teammates, and we all hung out and stuff. And
Yeah.
so he knew who I was, and so he got me into some really cool spaces,
Oh,
doing some
nice.
different
Okay.
things. I shadowed the assistant of recreation. I had a lot of fun. I did a BMX tournament one day
Oh.
and just monitored it, helped out where needed, and things like that. So it was a cool experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like you've had lots of cool experiences.
Yeah.
Which is good.
I love an adventure.
Wow. Yeah. So then, are your sisters almost done with school too? Or are they?
Yes, oh my gosh.
Do you have a senior?
Yes.
So like McKenna's already out. I think she
Yes.
graduated before
Yes.
Eliana did a couple
Yeah.
years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, Kenna is 19 now.
Man.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And then Ava is a senior. They're from Herman, Missouri.
Okay.
Okay.
And then Ashlyn's right behind her. She's a junior.
Okay,
so-
but one of them is a volleyball player, right?
correct, the youngest. Yeah.
Youngest. Okay. So she didn't continue with basketball then.
She likes it,
Uh-huh.
and those kids that just are so athletic they could play anything,
Oh yeah.
and
That was
they don't have
you.
to. They don't have to try hard.
Yeah.
Like
don't think you
that's
did
my
either.
sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But she's just one of those kids, and like she's just so free spirited and stuff.
That's
and
good.
she tried track just because her friends were doing it, and she ended up
Yes.
being good at it. And
Yeah.
but she
Well,
really
let her know
found
there's
her,
a wiffle
her-
ball. There's a wiffle ball museum or Hall of Fame.
Hey, she might do it for fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's a good kid, and she just found her love for volleyball. Which
Oh,
is cool.
good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love to watch it. So
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Does Herman have
They
club
are,
teams?
No, they do not.
Okay, I was gonna
There's not
say.
that many people there, but
Yes, okay.
So my sisters both play in St. Louis area,
So they have to travel?
or outside.
Do
Yeah,
they play together?
um,
I mean, I know they're just a year
they
different.
did
right?
growing up until they split sports.
Yeah, because the oldest is a basketball player.
Right.
Right.
So Ava, the older one, she actually continued with basketball, going on to play in college at William Jewell. I was telling
She's
Mom
gonna go to William
before.
Jewell?
Yeah, so she'll be right here in
Oh,
Kansas
okay.
City.
Yeah.
Are you
So I have
excited about
two
that?
out of my three sisters back,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
So super excited about that and being a part of it, right?
Yeah.
So so she's going and doing that, and then Ashlyn, she wants to play in college and
Okay.
it's getting recruited right now, but I don't know
cool.
where she's gonna end up. You know?
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Herman, though.
No,
I can't
no.
imagine.
Yeah, so Ava played in St. Louis for Phi Elite, which is Nafisa Collier, who plays
Okay.
in the WNBA,
Oh, okay.
defensive player of the year. She's
Yeah.
she's from St. Louis, and so that's her organization. And the coach I coached under, he actually coaches for the top teams there. So yeah, she went and played there, and then Ashlyn's. I don't even remember where her team is, but it's a surrounding area between Herman and
Okay.
St. Louis. So-
Okay. Yeah.
which I think she's going to be in Winsfield now. I'm not sure. So
You know what? Let's backtrack a little bit. What was the better part of your game? when you played?
Good question. I loved to pass the ball.
Oh yeah.
To be honest, I know you're shocked,
Really?
right? I think my passing ability and just to be able to see the floor,
Yeah.
be the coach on the floor, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'd
The
love
quarterback.
to. I'd love to be the general. That's what I like to do. So
Because you ran the point,
yes,
or were you
yeah.
the two?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
I was,
that's
I
right.
was
Yeah.
primarily a point guard, but I like to say I'm a combo guard.
Yeah.
I scored a lot out of the two position. I was coming off screens and stuff like that. Of course, y'all would say is my shooting ability. But I think I had the most fun passing the ball
Right.
and getting my teammates involved. And
Oh, good.
yeah, there's nothing like a nice
There-
dime, right?
You know,
Yeah.
there-
Yeah,
there
yeah.
isn't, you know, when I remember when I played at the ACC,
Yeah,
and yeah, I didn't score a lot, but I loved the assists.
yeah,
Yeah.
I loved it, you know, because of course I love the behind the back pass, the no look pass,
Yes.
the bounce pass. You know,
Yeah.
you just whatever made you look good, and they score. You're like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I get it. I get
You're like,
what
I
you're
got
saying.
you.
Yeah, I get. There was even times I'd even just fake the shot
And
and
then,
just
yep,
shoot,
bounce
shoot it right there because everybody turns around to block out, and you always just let
As
your
long as
big
your
man.
teammate knows.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. And
Yeah.
my big man would always be like, okay, you know, they could block me out, but I'm waiting for the pass.
Right, right.
Catch it, just lay it
Yeah.
out. You know, that's
But yeah.
that is that.
But no, I would say,
good.
everybody else probably thinks different. They would probably say,
Okay.
I can shoot the ball, but
Okay, where did your defense rank? Where were you at?
I did not like defense, y'all. No.
You did the last one
I
back
did
on the
what I
court?
had to do so that I could stay on the court, okay?
Don't pull
But-
me out, coach.
But I will outscore you.
yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, defense is hard to play, but
It's rewarding. It just was not me.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's funny.
that's good stuff though. Oh man, how you like that beer?
I was about to say, these are pretty good. I'm
You
not
like it?
gonna lie, yeah.
Right? So you're like, damn, I could have had these all summer.
I know,
long.
right?
And I don't
It's
like
okay.
tomato.
It's always Modelo time, right?
Yeah, anyway. Oh yeah.
Are you staying back at home then? Are you there with your mom and them? or-
No,
Okay.
my mom does her side business.
Oh.
You know, she kicked me out when I left for
Yes.
college. She said, "This is no longer your room." No, always welcome
She
back
got-
home. But
she
no,
got her
no,
side
I'm
hustle.
not
okay.
there.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I like that. You know, she can have that. I don't want to
Yeah.
take that from her.
yeah. Oh yeah.
So growing up, did you have a pet?
Of course, I had plenty of pets.
What'd you have?
I had so many. You know, Kiko. He grew up
yeah.
with an alligator. Yeah.
Oh, that's
He
right.
used to have an alligator. It's tattooed on his arm.
Really?
Yeah.
That's right.
I think his name was Izod. And he had
Izod.
like
Isn't that like
crazy pets.
Izod. That's like a clothing brand, right? An Izod.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
is.
think I own a
Yeah, it is.
vest that says Izod. So
Mhm.
anyway,
Yeah,
Anyway.
so he introduced me to different things and different pets and stuff. So always had fish. I had
Oh.
a big fish tank growing up, lots of different kinds of fish, and
Did you really?
they all got along, which is cool.
did you name them?
If I did, I don't remember.
Yeah.
No, but I think my first pets were two parakeets. They were like that light blue color,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, we were living in an apartment at the time, and
Yeah.
they were like, "Yeah, no, these birds gotta go." So when they died, they had to dispose of them however they did. I don't know, but
I did get rid of
yeah.
a bird. Yeah, just put it in a box and
Yep.
bury it. I
Yep.
guess.
But hamsters, geckos,
Wow.
cats, dogs.
Did they all have names?
Not all at the same,
Same time.
time.
Right,
No,
no, I
that's
get
a little crazy. But
Yeah.
fish, gecko, cat, dog at the same time for sure. But I had a Saint Bernard, so she primarily was outside.
Wow.
She's like 220 pounds.
Yeah.
But I had her since I was like 3,
Oh,
and that was my dog. You know.
Yeah. How long did you have it?
For about 10 years. I think I was 13 when she passed. And
Yeah.
she was, I want to say she was older than me, but they don't live very long.
Yeah.
They're very big dogs. She just got to the point where, she just
Yeah.
couldn't stand up anymore. She couldn't
Yeah.
do anything. And so my mom had to put her
And then they're
down.
all messy and
I know,
drooling,
she's so
right?
big for the house, and she's always slobbering on
Yeah, you
stuff.
find it on your
and-
furniture
Yeah,
and
yep,
Your
yep.
shoes. Your
Yeah, but she's super protective. And,
yeah.
yeah. She was a good dog.
See, that's like our dog. I don't know if you saw our dog.
I saw him peeking over there. Yeah.
He's like, there's somebody in here. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He usually just barks like crazy. I'm
Yeah.
surprised he hasn't barked yet. Or I haven't heard him. I don't know.
What kind of dog is he?
He's a golden doodle.
That's what I thought.
Oh, I hate
Yeah.
that name.
Black, brown.
Chris.
Right?
Every time I hear it, I just groan at the name. Golden Doodle. He's a golden retriever and a poodle mix.
Mhm.
I just hate that doodle is part of that
Yeah.
because
a
it doesn't make
poodle.
sense.
It's a poodle.
Where did the D come
yeah.
from?
That
Poodle, doll, poodle.
No.
No, I'm trying. I'm really trying.
My
No.
thing is,
golden.
there is nothing golden about the dog.
No.
He is all black.
Yeah. Solid.
So it cracks me up.
Yeah,
I'm like, where's
yeah.
the golden in
well,
this
and
dog?
that was in
That's
the
that poodle.
in the litter.
Yeah.
In the litter when it was a brown poodle
Mm-hmm.
and a retriever, the golden retriever,
Mm-hmm.
but it was red.
Right. Your golden retrievers are usually of a
Red,
red, brownish,
yeah. And
gold color.
she had 9 pups,
Mm-hmm.
and unfortunately Dallas. his
and
name's
how many
Dallas.
other ones were black?
Yeah, there was
Of course,
2 of
his
them.
name is Dallas.
Yeah.
Of course, right.
Dallas,
Girl.
everything around here.
It was almost. What'd you want to call him? One of the players.
Zeke, I think.
Yeah,
it was,
I think you
which
wanted
I'm
to call
glad
him
I
Zeke
didn't.
or something. I was like, no.
Isn't his last
you didn't have
name
to bring-
Elliott?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Cowboys fan. yeah.
Yes.
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 Living in Kansas City.
I know.
we're
Yeah.
struggling. If you keep up with the NFL, we are so struggling right
We're
now.
not.
No, we're not.
No, we are just getting by on a couple of these games, though.
Right.
I know, right? What'd you think of the last game?
Oh man, that was
crazy.
crazy.
What
I was
did-
like, this
what
could
was
go one
going
of
through your
two
head?
ways.
Right?
I was like, anything is possible.
Yeah.
All right, that's
When
what
you
we
play at a level past high school, anything is
Mm-hmm.
possible. Don't underestimate anybody because it can happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, this might be our first loss. We might just have to accept this one. They're
Yeah.
kicking a field goal. Like that's pretty high percentage of
With
of
that
them
1
winning
second
the
left.
game, right?
With
Yeah,
1 second left.
I
That's
mean,
what I said.
Coach Payton, I mean, he played it perfect.
Yes.
Ran.
Yes.
Get the first down. Okay, let's call a timeout. Right.
Yeah.
Now.
Literally.
Yep.
was
He did everything
crazy.
perfect. He did
Yes.
everything correct.
I was
Right.
like, oh man, we're about to lose
I
this game.
know,
I was
yeah.
like, it's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
And then who was it? Chanel?
Yeah, I think
that,
it was, yeah.
That
Yeah.
blocked
Leo.
it. I was like, oh my, yeah, that was crazy.
I was looking for
Everybody-
a shank. I never even thought about a block.
Yeah.
I thought
didn't
like if
either.
anything-
And I had just told Sandy
I was like,
right
somebody's
before,
gonna get up there.
Yeah.
I said, the only way that the Chiefs will lose this game is if he misses it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, yeah, if he misses it, the Chiefs will win this game if this guy misses it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And that freaking block just.
I know.
Yep.
But if you watch the replay, of course, there's already people saying it was rigged.
Oh my
No.
And the guy that
No.
was on that side just fell flat on his
Whatever.
back. I was like, oh my God.
People love to hate
I
on
know,
us.
right?
Don't
Yes.
Oh, believe me, I've been there.
They love
Even
to.
though I was like 20-something years old
Man.
when I used to take the, and there was no social media, so nowadays it's just crazy. It's just crazy because of social media, like we were
Yeah.
talking earlier.
But there's
Yeah.
so many
You see-
people that aren't even from even remotely close to here that are fans of us.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
And I love it because
Yes.
there's nothing like Chiefs Kingdom. I'm sorry, but
No, you're right.
Yeah.
There is.
Yes.
I mean, it's
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
become a thing, and like I've told people, I said, you know, I live here.
yeah,
I love seeing it. I mean, look, I have Patrick Mahomes on my wall
of
back
course
there.
you have to. He's the
You
greatest.
know, I got
greatest.
I have Travis Kelce up on this wall.
the greatest.
People don't see it, but
Yeah.
they're on my wall. Okay,
Yeah.
people, they're on my wall. You know, we're from Kansas City. It is what it is. You know,
Yep.
and it's been fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It has been.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
'cause
going to come to an end sometime, but
There's a
hopefully-
long time that we didn't have this.
I
so
know,
Exactly.
I'm like, hey, let's ride the wave as long as we
Yes.
can.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we still show out, even
Yeah.
though we weren't good during those times. There's nothing like Arrowhead.
Right.
One of the loudest.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. And we were talking about the tomahawk chop. We're just me and some buddies at work were talking about it, how it started at FSU, and then they did it for the Atlanta Braves in the '90s. So I was trying to figure out, when did the tomahawk chop become a thing at Arrowhead?
Good
I
question.
don't even know. Yeah, we'd have to look that up just to see.
Maybe
Because
when
I don't
they-
remember going to, because
Well,
nobody.
maybe when they had to deal with Price Chopper. Back then.
the
You know,
Chiefs
the
and
Chiefs and
Chopper,
Chopper,
Chiefs
yeah.
and
Oh.
But we no
Who
longer
knows?
have that, right?
Okay, let's go ahead and say a grocery store brought the
Maybe
tomahawk.
so.
We
mean,
don't
you're
know,
ch-
yeah.
You're chopping, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
We'll have to look
yeah,
it up.
yeah, yeah. I brought up the the pets, I was wondering, Sandy, did you have pets growing up?
No.
If we did, we had a dog, and it was
Yeah.
an outdoor dog, and that
Outdoor
was
dog.
about it.
So we had the outdoor dogs too. This is the dog that we have now is indoor.
Yep.
You know, did you ever have an indoor dog?
Indoor, yeah.
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 Okay.
Of course.
Was your
The Saint Bernard.
Saint Bernard an indoor?
Try oh boy.
So we
So you would have hair
I was gonna
and
say,
slobber
oh my
everywhere.
God.
Who did all the
yes.
cleaning?
Of course, my mother. But no, we all pitched in. Like I said, that was my dog, so I took care of her, and
Okay.
we all loved her. And she's just so big
Yeah.
that we had to keep her outside most of the time.
Oh.
But if it was way too hot outside,
Mhm.
she did have a house attached to the garage that Kiko built,
uh-huh.
and at times he would like make sure that it was heated and stuff. She always had her blankets, and so she was fine if it wasn't too cold or too hot. If that was the case, she would be in the basement just
Okay.
because she takes up so much space.
Yeah.
So yeah.
She's probably
Indoor,
knocking,
outdoor,
knocking things over just because she's so big.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but since then we've definitely had.
Yeah,
indoor
you know.
dogs
So it's
right
funny
now.
because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The top 8 pets, the most popular pets, right in the U.S. And I think you covered all of them.
Hey.
So of course, so,
Do I-
so
do I
number
get a
one,
cookie
so,
for
so number one, I'll get you another beer. So number one is the dogs. Everybody, you
Yeah.
know, loves. Everyone loves dogs.
Why are you looking at Chris?
Chris not looking this way.
Christian?
No, Chris doesn't like dogs.
He's not a fan of animals.
Yeah,
Just
period.
Okay.
yeah.
So 65.1 million households in the U.S.
Wow.
have a dog or dogs or whatever. Right? The next would be the cats
that would have been my guess.
at 46.5.
Okay.
Right now, have you ever had a cat?
I have.
They don't
Yep.
listen.
Yeah. They're
Right?
very ornery.
Right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're assholes.
Yep. I can agree.
Yeah. We had a cat, but I
Who
didn't.
had a
I didn't
cat?
care. When my sister and we had a
Oh,
cat.
I was getting ready to say.
No,
we
not
don't do
us.
cats
You're
here.
like, it's never
She's
been a cat.
allergic- yeah,
No,
she's
we don't do
allergic to
cats here.
Okay. Freshwater fish.
Okay.
What you said?
Yep.
Oh, speaking of, so when we moved into this house, this hole right here in the wall,
Yeah.
Aquarium.
is where where Chris works
Yeah.
behind. There was a giant fish tank.
That's awesome.
So when you would come in here, you would see this big ass fish tank.
Very
You'd be like,
cool.
people
Yeah.
would be like, "Oh man, that's badass! You got a tank inside
like
your
the
wall."
lights and everything.
Mhm.
I mean, you went to the other side and it was literally sitting on cinder blocks
Yeah.
and plywood, but it was just a big 90-gallon tank, huge tank.
That's pretty cool.
We tried
No,
it.
we didn't use it.
I think we
Not
tried
fun
once.
to take care of, but
No.
yeah.
Yeah, we tried once, but I was like, maintenance behind a fish tank.
Yeah, there are a lot.
We
Kiko
didn't
did
grow
all
up with
that.
we didn't grow up with pets so
Yeah.
like that. So
Yeah.
we didn't know what to do or what we were
How to
getting
take
into.
care of
So that was a Kiko thing, right?
Yes. Yeah, he did all of that stuff.
Yeah, he's weird. Of course, small. So
Okay, wait. So you have dog, cat,
and then the
fish.
fish.
Is bird next?
No, actually,
No.
actually,
Rabbit?
small animals is next.
Like a
Oh,
rabbit.
okay.
Rabbits,
Guinea pigs.
yeah,
Your
hamsters,
Okay.
mice.
okay.
You know, just
Okay, so
which
that's
is weird.
next.
At 6.7, but yeah, and then the birds come
Never
in.
had
Then the birds. Okay.
We tried a bird though, right? Didn't we?
We killed a bird is what we did. I don't.
Yeah, I think we.
We overfed it or
Yeah,
something.
we're like, how do you
Oh,
feed these
no.
things?
I'm
Oh,
telling
just
you.
fill up this cup and put it in there.
Telling you.
He ate himself to death.
It was something because
Poor guy.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
It happens.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's
Yeah, I don't remember. The next would be reptiles.
okay.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, so
Gecko.
you said you had
Gecko,
you had a gecko and an alligator.
No, Kiko had
Oh,
an
Kiko had the alligator.
I
Oh
did
yeah,
not have
that
an
was
alligator.
yeah. That, I
Kiko
think
was
that
young
might have been high
back
school.
then,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, he had
He was
a.
the
Yeah.
he was the weird guy.
But no.
He'd come around with the alligator around his neck like it was a scarf.
Gotta love him.
Yeah, 2.2 million households with horses. You guys, Kiko
That's-
has a big enough yard for a horse.
You know how many times I said, "Oh, I see a horse back there." Never got one.
Never got one.
Mm-mm.
I see a
they
unicorn.
are.
Can we get a unicorn, Mom?
No, they are pretty cool. I've always wanted one. Yeah.
And then the next one would be saltwater fish. So people who really take care of their tanks,
Mm-hmm.
you know, with the salt water, and
Yep.
that's yeah.
But
Too much. For
So
me.
it's different
I
from
don't know.
salt-
What's a
salt
saltwater
water.
animal?
I don't know. You know what?
He said, I don't know.
You know what? Yeah, I can tell you here real quick.
I have no idea. Saltwater, unless you're keeping a piranha. I remember my uncle had piranhas growing up.
No, thank you.
I know.
No, it doesn't tell you what kind of fish. Maybe you could keep like sharks. And Chris, what are some more saltwater
Fish that
sea-
sea creatures that you
Oh,
would
what's
have at
the
home.
stingrays? That'd be dope.
Do you
to
think
have one of
people
those.
have
would
those
be
at home?
cool.
Yeah, I bet they do.
I
As long
feel
as
like
they
they
don't
need lots of
sting you, though.
space.
Yeah, they do.
And there's just not enough space in a tank.
Yeah, you're right.
don't know.
You know what?
If you
Speaking
got
of,
money like that, maybe.
did you guys,
Yeah,
did you guys, yeah, did you guys hear about? Let's talk about this and what happened in South Carolina
What happened?
with the monkeys that were on the loose.
Oh yeah.
Did you hear about that?
I heard about that. Yes.
Yeah, 43 out of 50 escaped from an Alpha Genesis facility.
Gosh.
They were all females,
Uh-huh.
all female, right? And they were the size of cats, and they were about 7 pounds apiece.
I don't know. I'm just in my mind that movie is coming to
Planet of the Apes?
yes, when they're all
They took
escaping
over.
from some.
Wasn't there a
Oh,
scene
no,
in
that was fun.
Jumanji too? Like one of
Oh.
the first Jumanjis,
The
where they're
Stampede?
like, yes, and they're coming after you and stuff.
Monkeys?
Oh, no.
Well, it wasn't just monkeys; it was a
But
whole
a bunch
stampede of
yeah,
animals.
bunch of animals.
Yeah.
But
So as of yesterday,
imagine.
30 have been found. They were captured. They say they're not dangerous. They were telling the people, and it's a small town where this facility, the Alpha Genesis facility, is the main, how would you say it, spot for people to work. A lot of people that lived in this town worked at that facility.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and supposedly some lady that was either feeding or something left a gate open,
no.
and they all shot to hell. They all took
Again, I see that movie in my head, and I'm like, you tell me they're
Yeah.
nice or whatever, but
Right.
I'm thinking about that movie.
So they were literally telling people, okay, lock your doors, lock
Yes.
your windows, because
Yes.
they could come
Stay
inside your house.
inside.
Yes.
But again, they weren't dangerous, but still, a monkey could. You know, scary.
Listen, you wouldn't be telling people to lock their
Yes.
house
I know,
and their
right?
cars if they weren't.
Yeah.
They're
Make sure
like,
you-
oh, don't freak out, but
Yeah.
Make sure you put your keys away because they
Right.
can take your keys because we're teaching them to drive here in this facility. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So it was just they're used for a breeding facility and also used for disease research.
Right.
This
right.
place.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
another reason I'm telling you. Mm-mm.
Yeah. And another, not a fun fact, but another fact: the voice of the AOL "You've Got Mail" passed away yesterday. Yeah.
Oh,
I-
okay.
Yeah. I just thought that was again not a fun fact, but
Interesting fact.
that's an interesting fact.
Okay.
Yeah. And-
Okay.
But yeah, could you imagine seeing like monkeys? Could you imagine like looking back here? I mean, we freak out looking in our backyard when we see an owl or a fox.
But if you see monkeys,
Yeah,
yeah,
better
Sure, I
run.
saw like a coyote
Oh
a
yeah,
day ago.
you guys did? You did?
I was going to the gym in the morning. I just saw it crossing the street, and then it hid in the woods.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you gotta watch out for them too.
Mm-hmm.
Those coyotes are pretty damn ugly.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. But anyway, do you have any good memories of any of these pets? I mean, you talked about the Saint Bernard.
No,
Yeah.
not necessarily. I mean, they're just there as
Yeah.
you grow up, and
Yeah, I remember my sister and I. We had a rabbit. My dad brought a white rabbit home. It was cool. It escaped from its cage. We couldn't find it for like 2-3 days, and finally I went to look into the bag of the rabbit food, and he was in there. Another animal that died from eating too much.
Oh.
you're
Yeah.
notorious for that.
Apparently, yeah, because I was like, oh my God, I freaked out when I saw it. And I had to run upstairs. I said, Dad, I think I found the rabbit. Where'd you find it? It's in the bag of rabbit food.
Yep.
And he was more pissed off because we bought a whole big bag of rabbit food and only a little bit was eaten. Not even a third of it. I mean, it was
That's crazy.
about a quarter of it was eaten. Yeah, we didn't have that. We actually got that rabbit for, I think my sister got it for Easter, and all of a sudden, okay, let's try to raise a rabbit.
Yeah.
That
No.
was, all right, Lexi.
No.
All right, before we end our episode here, I guess thanks for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna ask you just some. When was the last time? Okay. So what I want you to do is give me 3 numbers, and I have a question for you. So give me just 3 numbers, 1 through 50. 1 through 40. Sorry.
1 through 40.
Yeah.
2. 44.
Okay. Wait a minute. 1
40.
through 40.
Oh, through
1
40.
through 40.
I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
22.
22.
Is that
Emmitt Smith?
was that your number?
Oh yeah, definitely every day.
Because
Ah, there it is,
Emmitt
22.
Smith. She was an
22.
Emmitt Smith fan.
Oh, okay.
Let's go with 7.
7. Okay. When was the last time you tried a new food?
New food. Recently, I tried eggs Benedict. I don't like poached eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Very particular
What-
about my foods.
What was it that got you to try it though? I mean,
My aunt.
oh really?
Yeah, she was just like, "Hey, I made this," and she makes a lot of stuff from scratch. So,
Yeah.
always good, fresh foods. And I was like, "Okay, but I'm not doing no poached eggs. I hope you understand."
What
and
is a
so-
poached egg though?
It's
I
like
can't. I don't
It's
even
like
think
a,
I've
a
ever tried it.
boiled watered egg. I just can't do it.
Okay.
Like I just have texture phobia with foods. I can't do it. So
Okay.
I was like, no, do it scrambled and I'll eat it. And so
Do
yeah,
you
it was
put ketchup
good.
on your scrambled eggs?
No, hot
Good.
sauce.
Hot sauce.
Yeah, I like spicy stuff. Kiko again.
Yeah.
He loves his hot stuff. So that's how I grew up. Spicy.
Yeah.
There you go. When was the last time you went shopping
Shopping last weekend.
for shoes?
No, I did not get shoes.
Christmas
actually.
shopping for your sisters?
No,
Not
not
either.
yet. Not yet. They need to send me a list though. But I know them very well, so
Yeah.
usually I just get them stuff and then they're like, "Oh, thank you." So they're always grateful. They're
Oh,
good
good.
kids.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
And the last question is, when was the last time you had a picnic?
A picnic. Such a random question.
It sure
I
is,
think
right?
we need one more.
Yeah, we'll have to go one more.
I didn't really do picnics. I probably couldn't even tell you the last time I've done that. Actually, it would be fun. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind it.
Okay,
I
let's-
just haven't really done
Let's
it.
turn the tables. When
Yeah.
was the last time you went on a
Yeah.
picnic?
Man, that's a good question.
So random.
I know, right? It is. And then somebody could easily say, "Oh yeah, I just went on a picnic last
Right.
weekend. Yeah, we went to the library and sat outside, and we had a picnic."
Yeah.
It's peaceful for sure.
Yeah.
I bet.
Okay, let me ask you another. When was the last time you attended a wedding?
A wedding? Actually, my cousin's October 19th.
Oh,
sweet.
Dayton.
Yeah.
Okay.
I won't forget that. I had to be here for that.
Okay.
But it's Kiko's nephew, Tyson. He got married, and so that was out in Olathe at the park. So beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Like such a beautiful day in October. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, outdoor wedding. Everything was great.
Yeah.
I
that's
loved
cool.
it.
Yeah. We've
Yeah.
had some pretty nice weather this
Yes. I feel like fall is just a wedding season. You know,
Yeah.
so many people get married in
Yeah.
the fall.
Yeah.
So,
But we've been lucky with the weather.
Yes.
It has not.
but it's probably going to hit us
Right,
come
right.
January,
I
February.
know.
Man, I
it's
hope
going to
not.
get cold.
Yep.
One reason why I didn't want to come back because it's so cold here in the winter.
And where were
Compared-
you?
In the south.
To Tennessee? Is that where you
Yeah.
were? Really?
Yeah. It's not as extreme. Barely gets below 20 ever. They don't have any emergency systems or anything.
Oh.
So, like, if it snows, the whole city shuts down.
Yeah.
Culture shock for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how they operate. It's not that cold, not that hot. To us, it wouldn't be. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Cool.
below zero probably
Yeah.
very soon.
Okay, I have to ask, why the Angels hat?
The Angels hat's got an A. You
That's
know,
what I
my
thought.
name's Alexis,
Yeah.
and
And you have that halo around your head.
aw, I wouldn't go
Such
that far. Oh man, but no, I like the Angels. They're cool. You
Yeah.
know, I started following them I believe Albert Pujols ended up playing for them
Yeah.
at part of his career. And I grew up a Cardinals fan, fun fact.
Really?
My dad's from St. Louis, and that was the one
That-
team.
you know what?
The one team I went with.
I almost want to say I remember your dad wearing
Yeah.
St. Louis
Yep.
gear. here
Born and
there.
raised. So, yeah, that's the one team
That's
that
cool.
I went with, and
Okay.
I've always kept it. And so, I don't know, I liked Albert Pujols and just started watching them and stuff, and always have a love for the West Coast.
Yeah.
So,
Sweet.
mainly for the A, though.
So let me see. Before we end it all,
Yeah.
some
Last
of,
time you went on a picnic?
no, some of the memories that I have is like you in goal
Yeah.
in soccer.
Yep.
You were the goalie, and I remember I can just see you
Yeah.
playing that position, and
fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because you
I-
played the field to begin with when we first started.
Yeah, I think
but
I
then
played
you were
almost
like,
every position. And
Yeah.
then once I got that, I was like, yeah, this is where I'm
yeah,
supposed to be.
exactly.
Because
yeah.
I don't want to run.
exactly. But no, I liked the anticipation of being a goalie.
Right.
and,
Yeah.
You know, just game deciding factors
Mhm.
sometimes.
Yeah, because I think we played there in Argentine,
Mm-hmm. A lot.
Copperfield or somewhere. I feel like I remember
Yep.
playing
I
somewhere
remember
down
over
there.
by the train tracks.
Is that what it was?
Because I remember
Oh,
there
yeah.
was one game I was playing in the field.
Clopper Field.
And I kicked that ball so hard it went way over the goal into the train tracks over the fence.
Oh, dear.
But yeah, those were the times for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because was Augie the coach at the time? Do you remember who was
remember.
coaching?
I was so young.
I thought we
Yeah,
were coaching.
I don't know.
You guys did coach for a while, but
We
I feel
did,
like at
yeah.
one point, because kids back to back to back.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but yeah, because I played with Maud. I played with gosh, so many of your family
So
members. I feel
yeah,
like
Gabe and were they all playing?
I still
Or
have
was
those-
that basketball?
some of those pictures are somewhere.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's
I think we
know.
all kind of like there was a couple of us that played like everything.
Yes.
And then there were some that just kind of stuck with maybe two. And
Right.
there was one,
Uh-huh.
so,
Yeah.
yeah.
But definitely fond memories.
Yes,
Good-
absolutely.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah. Well, Lexi, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
This is
Yeah,
awesome to
that's
have
great.
you in the
Yeah.
studio.
Glad I was able
Finally,
to finally make it. Yeah.
Because I knew you were out of town and doing
Yeah.
a lot of traveling and whatnot.
Mhm.
And and before which cousin got married?
Tyson.
Speaking of Tyson, Tyson is fighting this Friday.
Yes.
Oh,
See
yeah,
how
yeah.
we
Yeah.
went all the way
Back to the
around?
beginning.
All the way back to the beginning. Yeah, Mike Tyson
Fighting.
will win, and he will.
That's your
he will
prediction?
be- that is my prediction. He will
He's
be Jake Paul.
Yeah, Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Yep.
He will beat him. Yep. But even though Jake Paul's a big son of a gun,
Yeah, and a lot younger.
a lot
Yeah.
younger, but you know what? I think
Hey,
it's gonna.
Mike is a legend, so he's
Yeah.
still gonna be fast.
Do you think we're gonna go all? How many rounds?
It's gonna go. It'll. I don't know. It might go all 8 rounds.
Is it 8
But
rounds?
I'm hoping Tyson knocks his ass out.
Yeah, just shut him up.
He
Just,
might.
yeah.
just shut him
He's
up.
a heavy hitter.
Yeah.
Heavy
And
hitter.
so
Oh,
is
yeah.
the other guy. Jake Paul's
Yeah.
pretty heavy hitter too.
It'll be exciting.
Yeah,
It's
I
gonna be
think
fun.
so.
Old
It'll be
school
fun.
versus new school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just hope Tyson doesn't end up with a heart attack.
I know, right?
I
Just
don't think
as long
so.
as he comes out okay, they'll be all good.
He's been in
Yeah.
good shape. I
But
feel
you know
like,
what?
so.
Before this fight, he has to pass a physical
Mhm.
one last time. So there could be a chance that they say, you know what, he doesn't pass the physical and that's it. He
So
can't
then
fight.
that's going to be tomorrow,
Uh,
the physical, because
the
the
day
fight's
before.
already on Friday. I mean,
Yeah.
Right. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He'll
That
make
would
it.
suck.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be fine.
That would suck. I would hope that they do the physical early enough and not wait till like
No.
Friday morning or whatever and
Well,
say,
I mean,
no.
they have to. It's
They're probably making
Kinda
too
have
much
to.
money though. I don't think.
I know, right? Yeah.
What,
It's
the
all
bo-
about
these
the
guys are
money.
making- yeah. Jake Paul. From what I heard this morning, Jake Paul's making 40 million, and Tyson's making 20.
Can you put that in my pocket?
Oh,
I know, right?
wow.
You're in the wrong sport.
I know, right?
You gotta go boxing.
No, I tried.
Did you
My
try-
mom was like, absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
She was like, no, you're gonna go brain dead.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be like, she's
I don't want you to be like Kiko.
Muhammad.
Yeah.
Hey,
He's
all
gonna
over you,
watch this.
Kiko. I
He's
know.
gonna watch this,
Yeah.
He'd be showing up,
And I
knocking
need you
your
on the
door.
show.
He'd be like, you remember what I said?
Yeah. Yeah. I need Kiko and your
maybe
mom on
he
the
can
show.
come
Yeah, that
on
would be great.
eventually because he's
That'd be
probably
great.
got lots of great stories.
He
Yeah.
does. He just, that's what he's afraid of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, again, thank you.
Thank you.
This was fun. Thank
Yes,
you for joining
absolutely.
us.
Yeah, it's good
Catch-
seeing you.
catch- Catching
I was
up
about
with
to say,
you.
glad I got to see everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for Marcos. So
I know,
I'll see
Marcos,
you next time,
yeah.
buddy. See you
Yeah.
next time.
Yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching the Big Modcast. Until next week, adios.
Peace out.
See ya.